Good morning, students. Already we have started the chapter Principle of Inheritance. In that we have discussed about the pre-Mendelian experiments and different views. Clear? So, and after that I've explained you Mendel's experiment, what was the result of Mendel's experiment, and after that I've told you the interpretation, and we have gone through the terms like inheritance, heredity, variation, dihybrid, monohybrid. Now, today we are going to start Mendel's law. See, Mendel conducted the experiment. On the basis of that, he has given 3 laws. Clear? Law of dominance, law of segregation, law of independent assortment. Now, let us first take law of dominance. So, according to Mendel, the characters are controlled by factors. Clear? Characters are controlled by factors. Or we can say it is a discrete unit. Discrete unit, particular unit known as factor, allele, genes. Clear? So, these factors control the character which is transferred to the next generation. And these factors are always present in a pair. Genes are present in a pair. Factors are present in a pair. So, in dissimilar pair of factor, like let us take this. Okay, this is dissimilar, or we can say heterozygous. So, in this dissimilar factor, this pair, one is dominant and other is recessive. Clear? So, in dissimilar pair, what are the 2 factors? One factor is dominant, another factor is recessive. Mendel said that there is no blending. Clear? There is no blending of inheritance. What do you mean by no blending of inheritance? Means there is no mixture of dominant and recessive character in any of the generation. Clear? Like we have done this tall and dwarf, cross between tall and dwarf. Clear? What we got in first generation, all plants were tall. All plants were tall. And in second generation, we got 1:2:1 genotypic ratio and 3:1 phenotypic. Means 3 out of 4, 3 is tall and 1 is dwarf. Means 75% tall, 25% dwarf. There is no mixing. No medium height plant is there. No medium height plant is there. Clear? So, he said that there is no blending of inheritance. Now, he said that the transmission of character from parent, this is parental generation. So, transmission of parental character to the offspring is through these factors only. And each factor carries information of a particular trait that we know. Clear? Genes are present and each genes carry particular information. Clear? Or we can say particular trait, particular character. Any term you can use. So, genes carry particular trait which is transferred to the offspring. Now, the trait appearing, this is F1 generation, trait appearing in F1 hybrid is called dominant. What it is called? Dominant. See, when tall and dwarf plant are crossed in F1 generation, all the plants were tall. So tall is a dominant character. Clear? So according to law of dominance, Mendel stated that the trait appearing in F1 hybrid is called dominant trait. Clear? So, what is dominant trait? Trait appearing in F1 hybrid is known as dominant trait, and trait which is suppressed in F1 is known as recessive. Trait. Now don't get confused, Trait means character only. Clear? So this is law of dominance, according to which the trait which is expressed in F1 generation is dominant character, and which is suppressed in F1 generation is recessive. Indirectly, we can say that dominant characters are expressed both in homozygous as well as heterozygous form. Or we can say that the character which is expressed in both heterozygous and homozygous form is dominant, and character which is expressed only in homozygous form. Character which is expressed only in homozygous form is recessive. Clear? Now, second law. Law of segregation. See, segregation means separation. Clear? So, just now I have told you that during cross, gamete formation takes place, and during gamete formation, what happens? The chromosomes get separated. They from dihybrid it becomes, from diploid it becomes haploid. Clear? So, what is law of segregation? Law of segregation means allelic pair means character, which shows character. Clear? Allelic pairs separate means when genes are separated during gamete formation. And see, allelic pair means gene pair are separated during gamete formation, and the paired condition is restored. Just now we have seen that in F1, again the offspring formed is having diploid number, means it is present in a pair. So condition is restored by random fusion of gamete, or we can say fertilization, by random fusion of gamete during fertilization. So this is law of segregation. What is law of segregation? Allelic pairs separate during gamete formation, and the paired condition is restored by random fusion of gamete. Means first parents are taken which are diploid. So during gamete formation, this is gamete. During gamete formation, it becomes haploid. It is unpaired. Clear? It is unpaired. And during fertilization, it again becomes diploid. So the paired condition is restored during fertilization. This is law of segregation, or it is also known as purity of gametes. Now, why it is known as, this law is also known as purity of gamete? See, according to this law, these factors retains their individuality. Factors retain individuality. What do you mean by that? Means it remain as it is. If the factor is for tall, it will show only tall, and if it is for dwarf, then it will show dwarf. They do not become contaminated. Clear? So, factors retain their individuality. They are not contaminated. Contaminated means they are not getting mixed up. Clear? If it is for tall, it will show only tall. It will not show the traits of short. If it is showing the character of short, then it will show only short, not the character of any other factor, not even tall. Clear? So that's why it is known as purity of gamete. Purity of gamete. Clear? Because gametes are pure of their particular individuality. They show their individuality. They do not get contaminated. Clear? During gamete formation, factors show their individuality and they are not contaminated. They are not mixing in any other character. Clear? When they are mixed, here also they are not showing any intermediate character. Clear? Now in this, what you are going to do, you have to give some example. Whenever it is asked in board exam, you have to give every time. Whenever in this chapter, whenever laws are asked or any statement is given, suppose question is there that Mendel showed that gametes are pure, or how you can explain purity of gametes. So in that, you can take two examples. Either take cross between tall and dwarf, or you can take black coat guinea pig. This is black coat guinea pig with white coat guinea pig. Clear? So, by giving these two examples, you can explain law of segregation. Means either you are getting black or white. The guinea pigs in a future generation also, they are not mixing their character. This shows purity of gametes. Clear? Now, third law is law of independent assortment. Law of independent assortment is more or less same like law of segregation. Okay, meaning, if we are saying about the meaning, it is same. See, in this, it is given that one pair of factor segregate, or we can say separate. One pair of factor separate independently at the time of gamete formation. Now, for this, you can take the example of cross between round and yellow seeds. This you have done in 10th also. Round and yellow seeds crossed with wrinkle and green. So in this, what is seen, that the character of round, either it is showing round or it is showing wrinkle Clear? Independently they are showing these character, and independently it is showing yellow or green. Clear? Seed, color of seed is independent of shape of color. Clear? This yellow is not at all dependent or on the shape of the seed. It can be round and yellow, wrinkle or yellow. It can be. They are both independent. Shape and color of the seeds are independent of each other. This is the law of independent assortment.